Good. Legoland again?
Yeah. That's the Guggenheim, the Lego Guggenheim. It's my old
morning.
neighbor. It's my old neighborhood, actually.
You have a Guggenheim in Los Angeles. Interesting.
Is it?
No, it's in New York.
Yeah.
But that doesn't look like New York City.
Oh, it's just because
Isn't there a Guggenheim in Camp Verde?
Only through my computer.
it's at Central Park. That's why it looks weird.
Oh.
Good morning, boss.
Hola.
Wow.
Let's go to Singapore. Hi, Shintian.
Good morning, Michelle. Good
Gotta
morning,
fix
everyone.
Here. I'm kind of jealous. Okay.
Sorry.
All right, good.
Okay, can I start my homework?
Yeah. Good job.
Thank you. Okay, so again, I use the fill in the blank style because there are so many things and I hope it can help people. So what does it mean by failing to understand about both the beginning and the future and according to the mind only? So it is failing to understand what is what.
The beginning.
What is what is basically inside of you correctly.
What is inside of you?
Yeah, and then how what? Anybody remember?
How it got there?
How things existed? Who is
Who is here?
Who is here? Who will
Come.
Where and where?
Where thoughts come from.
Where thoughts came from and where
We will go after we
will go
die.
after we die. Thank you. Wow. Okay, what does it mean by failing to understand both the outside and the inside according to the mind only? It is failing to understand three things. It is failing to understand the situation in the mind of
A person.
other people.
Oh, other people.
Yes.
Yeah. About friends, enemies, and between.
Yes, friends, enemies are in between. Yes, thank you. Okay, another one. What does it mean by failing to understand the Buddha according to the mind only? I think this should be easier, right? Not as enlightened.
Oh,
Yeah.
In a wrongly way, lack of
Care?
qualification, careless, yes, careless,
Okay.
having
Doubts.
yes, and in a
hurry to finish your homework. I know.
continuing.
in a pejorative way, discounted way.
Oh, taking them lightly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Tibetan words. Trangsumatokpa.
It's not included in that
Not
count or
included
that
in that.
number.
Yes, that's right. Okay, and then just for my own refresher, Tokpa, S and without S.
Oh, nice.
So the one with S is realization,
Yeah.
and the one without S should be conception.
Nice.
Hey, Sugeng.
Yes, sir.
I'll give you $10 for talk without the R and without the S, without either one.
Without either one.
Yep. No, no pa. No pa.
Ah, okay. Talk.
Yeah.
I
Mm.
don't know. What is this talk?
Hey, shit, Jen, if he doesn't make money for the kids, you know whose fault it is.
Talk.
The peak of something or the top of something?
Yeah, yeah,
Ah. The peak.
yeah. What's the most common usage word?
Metok, a flower, a flower.
Yeah.
I
Fire
see.
Fire top, metok,
Yeah.
means a
Peak of
flower.
fire. Ah,
Yeah. Okay.
I see. All right. Thank you, Geshe-la.
Yay.
Attempted translation.
Kishila, Sugeng is working very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those coffee shop pictures. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, I think this is a wrong input, right?
Yeah, it should be Kanamatoa. Yeah.
Kanamatoa, right? All right.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was just
Uh,
trying to understand what it is. Yeah.
yeah. Unit 10.9. Let me. Oh, okay. Hang on. I didn't change my text because it was all you last time, I think.
Oh yeah.
That was on the 9th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I combined your text, or rather the text that you sent out.
Uh-huh.
I combined them already.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna have to send me your copy.
I
probably.
will. Yeah, I will. I think after this session, yeah, I will send you the latest one. So we stopped here
Okay.
days ago.
Okay.
And this is these are attempted translation.
Yeah. Now, what's the first thing we should do to check your translation?
Go back to the previous.
Yeah, go back to section 21.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one.
Yeah. Something you should rely upon and something you should not rely upon. That's all. He didn't say anything else. Okay.
All right. So if I were to go back here.
Yeah, good. Nice jump. Temperature pemini in between. Yeah. By the way, you have to make this an object of the verb temba. When it adds chawa, you have to make it the object of the verb temba. Okay, so the thing which you should rely on.
The thing which you should rely on. Okay.
Means, yeah, only those things which are beneficial. Yeah, good. Okay.
Okay. And then this one I will tidy it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So now do this one.
All right. Can
Just
I
the
set?
opposite.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I will tidy it up. Can I continue?
Yep.
All right. And then so yeah, 23. Oh yeah, I also think this is the mistype. Otherwise the
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. By the way, what's happened to section 22?
Yeah, 22. Yeah, I mean your notes said that it was not treated here.
Yeah, Vasubandhu didn't explain it. What does it mean, Nyamba and Gyanomba?
Probably because it was already treated before and he was kind of okay with the content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, he didn't mention the word Nyamba and Gyanomba in his commentary. It makes me wonder if the translation of the sutra was different at that time. But basically, bad means, yeah, he doesn't really explain it. Simba Chepa means to satisfy somebody, that thing which satisfies you. Simba Chepa. implying satisfies both body and mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that it's just a detail of Xinjiang. What's Xinjiang?
Xinjiang.
Pliancy.
Pliancies.
Yeah, it's just a detail of mental and physical pliancy, you can say.
Bliss
What's that?
practiced eased.
It's just he says it means it's a detail of being extremely well versed in something. How's that? Or something like that. Or something like that. Okay. In something, yeah. And by the way, even back in the original sutra, he didn't use the sutra's words, bad, ugly and beautiful or something like that. He didn't use the words. But what it means, according to Vasubandhu, is it's ugly if you don't have total control over your body and mind, especially in meditation. And it's beautiful if you do. And he didn't explain it further than that. And probably the Gyanoba here is an ancient translation for
Yeah, we discussed about it before, and it was Pranita.
Yeah.
Pranita.
Oh, it's the same word. Yeah. Okay.
Pranita. Pranita.
Pranita. Yeah. Okay. Pretty neat.
Pranita.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to the mind-only version.
Yes. Oh yeah. So we are now in section 23.
Yeah.
And should I go back?
Yep. Yeah. I personally, I'd like to know what he's talking about.
Yeah. So this is the previous discussion.
Yeah. The sutra says black and white, and the commentary says only that white means Timamepa. What's that?
Trimamepa, impure.
Yeah. And then in your book, you're going to have to distinguish in the English between Tima and Sakpa. You can't use the same word in your book. Yeah.
Yes, I think we discussed about this, and we use impure and stainless, impurity and stainless.
Impurity and stain, right?
Impurity, yeah.
And then purity and stainless, right? Okay, yeah. Okay. Let's go back to the mind-only version of that. By the way, I think we can say that not all of these are obviously mind-only, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're just his brother's explanation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Kanamatawadang Chepani, Nakponi, and Pechir. So I think these two are straightforward, right?
Yeah, except I would say involved with misdeeds or something like that. You see what I mean? He says Dong Chep. Yeah. So what the phrase involved with misdeeds means is, and then I want you to catch the ni.
How would you put this ni here?
What do you guys think? What's the feeling of the ni?
Something which is black.
Only?
Yeah, which is purely black or something, purely negative or something. Yeah, or totally, you could say. Yeah, it means nothing good about it. It's totally negative. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And Kanamatoa, but that's a good correction you made here. Okay, now you got to catch the ni in purple.
I will. Yeah. Purple. Is this purple? or pink. I'm colorblind actually. I'm sorry. Oops,
In
this is-
carpo,
Uh,
Sugeng, in carpo.
Oh, carpo. All right. I thought purple.
No, not to make it purple.
Okay. Carpo make it purple. All right. Okay.
But I have a challenge for you, Sugeng.
Yes.
Can you catch the cheer?
A cheer. Mm.
And it's not easy. I'm just wondering, maybe you guys can talk it over and come up with something.
Because it's in every line, the cheer. Mm.
How are you guys going to catch it? You can catch it. There's a way to catch it.
Okay.
Oh, and this is true because
Yeah, something is involved with misdeeds when it is totally black and negative. You see what I mean?
When, nice.
And
Yeah, then you catch the cheer. Yeah,
Mhm.
when
yeah.
this one?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That
Alright.
sounds like a good homework point.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You could send me my paycheck later.
Send you the what? Oh.
I'm doing your homework for you. That's extra time.
Oh, thank you. Thank
I'll
you
do
very
it with the next sentence.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you want me to do now or I just type up
Yeah.
later?
Yeah, there's no time like the present. When you're translating,
Yeah.
there's no time like the present.
Okay, something is involved with. Something is not involved with misdeed.
Nice.
But it is totally wide or positive.
Yeah, good. Okay, good.
Huh.
Yeah.
By the way, Sugeng, people told me in Japan that your Japanese is much better than I thought. So,
I used to work in Japan for 4 years.
yeah, but that's when you were young, I think, and that they said no, they said your Japanese is quite good actually. So that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was working in the marketing position, so we
Yeah.
drafted
Yeah.
proposal and so on. Yeah.
So when you first got there, what language did you speak?
Well, I mean, I had a dual degree in engineering and Japanese language.
Oh, I see. You studied Japanese.
I
Okay.
studied Japanese in university
Yeah.
too.
That's great. You're gonna have to come and teach at the university. All right. Okay, what's the next one? Whoa.
24. So
Oh, by the way, I went and got you the section from the sutra here in the
this one.
number year and the
Yeah.
champion. Okay.
So yeah, this part here, I think there is a bit of uncertainty about the Drenpa here. Drenpa.
Yeah.
So
You guys want to talk it over? You other mixed nuts. We'll get the other parts for everybody, and then let's
Mhm.
talk it over.
okay, I think I should go through these two, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, up to you, but give us all the other pieces of this sentence, and then
Okay.
we'll all give. No, I mean go back to.
Yeah.
Let's work on it together. Number yewe
Yeah.
chada kipani.
Nampayewe chatang chepani Drenpa yin pei chiro. So I don't know how to really translate this line. I think I don't know. What do you all think? Especially
Yeah.
the
And by the way, I'll tell you something about this commentary that I said before. The accumulated wisdom of the mixed nuts is the only resource we have here. We don't have any commentary.
Mhm.
It could be misspelled. You know, we just gotta be kind of very creative to work on this book. It's kind of a fool's mission to work on this book. But yeah, so you guys talk it over. I'm interested.
Something like things, whatever, have parts that they can be divided into only when they are mixed.
What's the spelling of Demba mean, you guys?
The pull.
Yeah, to pull after you. To pull something up to you. Yeah.
something.
It often means to guide somebody. Okay. Oftentimes the Buddha is called the ultimate Dimba. And I think it probably means that here, but how are you going to read it?
Only when the guide has said so.
Where are you getting the only?
Yeah, I'm just
Ni.
Ni.
I would read it this way personally. What's the purpose of dividing all this thing out into 12 links?
Well,
I guess only to act as a guide for us, only to help us.
Yeah, I would say that. It's pedagogical. It's for the purpose of teaching us,
cool.
I mean, it's easier to learn these ideas if you split them into the 12 parts of the wheel, I think, isn't it? Yeah. And a nice wheel, it's kind of very good for teaching purposes. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
so
Right.
I should have asked my question in a different way, which is, that's not a verb there. Drimpa is not a verb. So as a guide
no.
itself or something?
Well, Jemba could be a verb and then with only. So it's only for the purpose of, the reason for splitting it up into 12 links is precisely for the purpose of, or you could say is
as a guide.
Yeah,
Is
it's
the guide itself or something.
Yeah, it's specifically to help us learn dependent origination. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I get the meaning. I'm just trying to make it fit.
Oh yeah, so the Jemba, even with a ni on it, it could be a verb or it could be an adjective.
Okay.
Or it could be a noun. Yeah. So,
right. I was thinking the noun might be sweet, but
yeah.
Even a gerundial noun, right? Like it's only for the guiding or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's probably what it is. And it was probably T long A, some kind of verb with T long A on it. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's nice. It makes sense. I mean, I think that I don't know, I go through something sometimes where I feel like the 12 links feel arbitrary or like, well, if you think of them self-existently, you can feel like, well, why should the world happen to be divided just like that? It's like, well, no, the Buddha split it up that way for you, Turkey, so that you could get help.
Yeah, and there's also this debate about link number 13 and 14 that we talked about before. So, one way to make sure, the only other information you have here is to check 25 and see if it helps you. Okay. See if it has anything to do with 24.
No, I don't think so. 25, right? We are talking about the
it doesn't seem to help much, does it?
Yeah.
Let's go back to 25 and see what it was in the sutra.
Oh, yeah. No, hold on, 25.
Yeah, back arrow.
Yeah, this is
back. Replication to your number. Yeah, now this is weird because he skips to which link is Rekpa?
6.
Yeah. Now, there's a beautiful deer walking outside, but it must be a real teaching here. Link number 6 is significant, and in the recent conversations we've had, I think in whose book? It was either Utpala or Word. Kechetu. The six doors of sense was significant for some reason. Well, here he has skipped to number 6 suddenly, right?
I think because in the earlier part he mentioned that number 6 is also the place where misunderstanding will occur. And I think if I remember from Word's book correctly, this Kichaduk, the 6 senses are the one that is carrying all this awareness from life to life.
I think that's the big thing. Yeah, I think you're right on the second point there. We have seen the 6 doors of sense come up as what we carry from life to life. Yeah, and as opposed to what, I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't know what that word remembers.
Something. What's the opposite of that?
The opposite of the doors of sense we carry from life to life is the developable seed.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
And-
not part of the text.
And I think the other reason why this 6th door of sense appear here is because in earlier part, Master Vasubandhu did mention that the 6, 7, and 8 also have this misunderstanding component.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I don't really know how this come into the picture. But yeah, I just remember he was saying something like that. Yeah.
Can you look at the commentary to this part right here on page 188? Let's see what it says. Yeah, right there. Let's stop there for a second. Because you're doing by the way, it could no. Yeah, it could have something to do with the mind-only thing of misunderstanding the distance to an object, but maybe I'm just thinking about that nowadays. Okay, let's go back to the mind-only one. Let's see.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, let's look at your translation. You gotta give me the shina here.
Oh, if you was.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then you gotta make it a question.
If you are saying that it is failing to understand.
No. No, someone asked a question. What does it mean to not understand? You see what I mean? Or not fully understand. If you say kondachupa means to grasp completely. You see what I mean? And actually, the mashepa here, then it means, what does it mean when we say you don't understand, you don't understand how to grasp the way, you see what I mean? You don't understand what it means to grasp the 6 doors of sense, the contact involving the 6 doors of sense in a proper way. Okay, you don't understand what it means to grasp how it is that the 6 doors of sense grasp their object correctly. You see what I mean? There's a beautiful mother deer and the baby deer.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wow. How is it that the 6 doors of sense result to contact? Okay. Grasp the object is contact, right?
Yeah, that's okay. You can do that. Yeah. You don't understand what it means for the 6 doors of sense to contact their objects, right? And that could be, maybe that's a really sexy thing for the mind-only school, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe that's something his brother would be very interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Sindu Kong Du Chupa. Okay. Do I have to put as they are or something? Grasping the object as they are?
Yeah, that you could say that. That's correct. And I think you could say that's glossing Yang Dapa. Or Yang Dapa Jitawa Shindu. Yeah, correctly is okay. That's okay. Correctly is enough. Yeah. Now this next sentence comes out of nowhere. I'm interested to see what you guys think.
Kepala Sem Cincilok to your pa. It is feeling to understand the exceeding pride. On realization. Yeah. And this is an English sentence, but I don't understand the English.
Yeah. I'm wondering, was it Word? Word told me, was it Word that was talking to me about what Lembang Nagyal means to a Sangha? Somebody was talking to me about it.
No.
I was asking you about it last night.
Well, Stanley, was it you?
I checked Asanga's book.
Okay.
The Abi pride is a special thing because it relates to what you touch, what you attain, or what you realize, and how you misunderstand your perception in a way.
Yeah. So it specifically mentions touching.
Yeah, let me check the original.
So Stanley was
yeah.
Stanley was reading the Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so de so chu. Yeah, it mentions what you get, what you touch, yeah, and
Yeah,
what you attain. Yeah.
Yeah. Sugeng, if it's me, I will do a gopher search here. You know. And can you give me the screen for 5 minutes? Okay. I'm gonna show you what I would do in this case, okay? And I wouldn't be lazy. I would go and do this, okay? So I would let me get this up. Let's see here. Oh, I don't have it up. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Okay, I would bring up the Gopher screen. Okay, can you see my Gopher screen? Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. God bless Gopher. I use it many, many times every day, and I really appreciate it. So I'd say Ngunbe, it's Ngunbe Nagyal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would do a batch file, Sugeng, and I think it's really important to learn how to do that. So I would say add a new search field, and I would go to the Tengyur.
Okay. We don't see your.
We don't see that going on.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't see that? Oh, I gotta do it a different way then. Hang on.
But you already have Tengyur inside your Gopher, right? There are so many here.
I'm
No,
coming.
he's making a special folder.
A special one. Okay.
You don't see my science fiction book, do you?
No.
No, darn.
All right. All right. And let me go back to, you do see my Gopher screen, right?
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, well, and
If you stop the screen share and then reshare desktop rather than the go.
yeah, okay. Let me think about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to share screen and share my desktop. Okay, here we go. And then I'm taking, now I think you see
We see your finder window.
We see your finder,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, let me see something. Yeah, okay, I want to see. Okay, so I go to the Zoom, I would go to the Tinger, okay?
Mhm.
And then I would go, the most important thing I wanted to teach you today, I would go to the mind only section. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Section 6, if I blow it up a little bit, you see? That's the part of the Tinger which treats the mind only school. And then I would, I'll show you how many, if you're curious, here's how many commentaries are in the Mind Only School section. They start with Tohoku catalog number 4020, okay? And they go up to Tohoku catalog number 4085. There are 65 Mind Only books in the Tinger, okay? And we can do a batch, if it's me, and I'm preparing for this class, I will search for this kind of, what's the word? What's the Sanskrit?
Oh, I mean,
Super pride, Abhi pride. We keep calling it Abhi pride, but it'd be interesting to know.
I'll look.
Okay, so now I'm going to open it. And now at the bottom of my, I got to shrink this for you. At the bottom of my Gopher screen, I've got a new search field called the Mind Only. See the Mind Only School, right?
Yeah.
So let's go look, and then if I'm working on this section, Sugeng, what's a Boolean search that might be very helpful?
Oh, the Kichedu?
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm just going to say KJ, or I'm curious about Rekpa. Okay. Right. And then I change it to proximity. And there we have a very nice search. I would guess we're going to hit this in something by a Sangha. And it's probably what Stanley's been looking at. Okay. So here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is part of a Sangha's Bodhisattva, sorry, Yogacara Bhumi, okay? Hey, are we on Bakyupa? Is that what section we're on?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Hang on. Oh, it says Nagyal Chen. We got to look for pride, right? Anyway, here it says Bakyapa Nepa Delani. What does it mean to be careful? Gyunyi ki keche du gakpa ngumbe Nagyal Chepa. To have Abhi pride about the stopping of the 6 doors of sense, okay? Ngumbe Nagyal Michepa. What does it mean to not have Abhi pride? Ripajate, Magakpa Deshin Duditate. It refers to not stopping. Mikpe Gone Lopa Takne. You look at something, you examine it in a wrong way, and you stop it. Ngumba Shemba. That's what Ngumbe Nagyal means to me. So this paragraph right here is what this weird kind of pride means to a Sangha. Okay, and it doesn't make any sense at all. Yay, let's try another part. Okay. I mean, if it's me, I'll keep going till I hit a clear part, you know. And, okay, so did that thing. Yeah, and then he says there's 2 kinds of Lumbing Agyo. Okay, Keche du Gakpe Ne. When you stop the 6 doors of sense, looking at Topegone Lopa Konda Chupa, when you have a misunderstanding about it, that's when you misunderstand your 6 doors of sense, that's what I mean by Abhi pride. Okay, that's what I mean by arrogance or something. You see what I mean? What I mean when I say arrogance is that you're misunderstanding your 6 doors of sense. All right. Okay. And here's another book. Again, this is another one of the, and by the way, there's only 8 cases that we have to look at. We're already on the 3rd one. Dating and ascension. This is interesting. He says, and by the way, I go through this when I check for a class. When I prepare a class, I go through all this kind of stuff. When you go to complete nirvana, you still misunderstand your 6 doors of sense. And that kind of person thinks to themselves, there is no birth of living beings. Okay. And if you die with that kind of Abhi pride, and then he goes on like that. That doesn't help that much to me. I'm gonna keep going until I get something clear. Yeah, okay, here's another section of his Yogacara Bhumi, okay? And it says, what does it mean to completely misunderstand the nature of your 6 doors of sense and the contact that they make with the world, okay? When you think of this perception in the wrong way, we call it ignorance. Okay? So it's kind of it's a kind of arrogance about not knowing, okay? Or it's a kind of it's some kind of insistence about what you don't know. All right. And it can be itself, it contains a total of 19 different kinds of misunderstanding.
Whoa.
All right. Let's keep going. I mean, this is the kind of thing I do to prepare for a class. And this is the kind of thing I can't do properly if I don't have time to prepare for a class. If someone gives me another project just before the mixed nuts term. Yeah, here it's talking about contact with the object and not understanding it correctly if you have this kind of pride. That's not so sexy. We just got 3 more, okay? Yeah. And this is the kind of thing I do. I do it for many, many hours before I come and teach a class. This is talking about how the eye eats an object. Okay. This is talking about how the eye, what do you call that in English? You could say
consumes.
Takes it in.
Say again, word?
Takes in.
Yeah, you could say that. Okay, how it experiences the object, right? How does it eat it up? And that's how the eye consumes the object is what we refer to as super pride. Okay, okay. That's interesting.
That was still a sangha.
It is.
Well, this is, yeah. By the way, the Sanskrit here is messed up. We haven't had time to clean up the titles in Sanskrit. What does it mean to be free from abhiprad? When you have understanding, when you have attainments, when you have contact, matching. He equates freedom from abhiprad with not having a mistaken state of mind. Okay. Which means that he equates having this kind of pride with having a mistaken state of mind about your contact with the object. That's very mind only, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody
It
asked
sounds a lot like what Stanley was saying, right?
Yeah.
Rob Haggerty, is that you?
Yeah. Okay. All right, good. Okay, here's some helps again. He
Okay.
says abhiprad means to misunderstand how your six senses are contacting the outside world. Okay, so that's very helpful. This particular quotation is very helpful. In fact, if it's me, I would cut it out. You see?
Can you please cut it out, Geshe?
Yeah, so what I would do is when I cut things out, what do I look for first?
The number.
Yeah, I'm looking to include a page number. Now, there's a page number 5, or there's a page number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 paragraphs down, there's a page number. Or one paragraph above, or one line above, there's a page number. I'll go for that one. So I click there, hold, and then I just block it out. And I go too far because it's very irritating to have to come back later. So I'll go down to, here's a Shijiao. That's okay. Then I'll hit Control X, and I'll bring it over to
Command X or Control X? Control X.
Command. I guess it's Command X. Yeah, on a Mac. Yeah. And I'll, to be frank, when I put it in my manuscript, can you see my manuscript? You can,
Yes.
right?
Yes, we are looking at your manuscript.
I would go to the top of Vasubandhu, and I would search for an early occurrence of Lambangaya. Okay. Yeah. Well, here is what we were looking for anyway.
Yes.
Maybe we didn't have to do all that. Oh, yeah. Okay, I would add it here. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
And then if I was going to teach a class about it, I would put this section in. I would put this section in a larger typeface, like 16 point. See what I mean? And then I would clean it up for my students.
Okay.
And this is what I go through when I prepare a class.
Thank you very much, Geshe.
Okay,
Wow.
so there's the definition of Ngumengagyo. I think you have to talk about it in your commentary because it doesn't make any sense. Why do you think he called it Ngagyo, you guys? Why is it Ngagyo to misunderstand how your senses contact objects?
But it
Because you think
seems,
you know already.
yeah, because
and
you're
there's
so
nothing to
sure.
learn.
Yeah, maybe so. And if it's me, by the way, I would go to, Word, you got an answer for us on that?
Yeah. Abi Mana.
Oh, okay, good. I'll show you how we check the Sanskrit, right? This is what Word just did. And we'll go to Lokesh Chandra. By the way, Lokesh Chandra's Tibetan Sanskrit dictionary is a true masterpiece. And it's the ultimate source for all Sanskrit from mixed nut, okay? And it was input perfectly. And I always say it was by John Campbell. He led that. It was a long project, and he was involved with cleaning up the data, and he did a perfect job. It's so, you know, Grandpa's always complaining about mistakes in input and stuff. But I gotta say, for the rest of our lives, we have this perfect Tibetan Sanskrit resource. And almost nobody in the world has ever had this. Okay, so here we go. There it is. Yeah, exactly. Okay, and that's exactly the context that we're in right now. So I will chop that out and I'll bring it over to his commentary. Okay, and it's adimanika, meaning adimana is the nagyal, and to possess it is abhimanika. Okay. Oh, here it says adi word.
Adi.
That's probably wrong, right? I was just bragging about how good we were.
I think that's a mistake. It says Abi.
Yeah, it is a mistake. Oops. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay. Abhimanika. Okay, anyway, that helps you. Yeah, it's some kind of, I don't know if there's a connotation of arrogance here. What do you guys think? Doesn't it?
I think, I mean, we're so full of ourselves that our experience of the world is the prime and really only one worth considering. And we're always right about what we see, what we hear. Yeah, I heard it myself. That's the way it is. And we don't even think about exploring anything else, about how it is that our senses interact with things that are exterior to us.
Yeah, maybe it's some kind of assumption, assuming the world is a certain way. And then in English, assumption also means pride. You know what I mean? I like that. I'm going to make a note to myself.
Assumption.
There's quite a clear definition from the Abhidhamma text. You want to?
Yeah, but the inside of the 9 prides or the 7 prides, not that one, right?
No, it's about this Abhi pride. In other Abhidhamma text, it says if you take what you didn't get, but you take it as you get it.
I think good. Yeah, you don't understand it, but you think you understand it.
Yeah, and there are 3. And if you take what you haven't touched, and then you think you touch it, meaning the 6 doors of sins, and then you take what you haven't realized, and then you take it as your own realization, then you have then the pride is triggered, then your mind take it, and that's Abhi pride. Anyway, that's the Abhidhamma.
That sounds good, especially with the mind-only school saying that you don't touch objects the way you thought you did. Right? So you're always in a state of pride or assumption about the way things are and you're wrong, right? Something like that. Anyway, let's get back to Sugeng.
Yeah,
2 minutes.
I'm giving you the screen back, Sugeng, but I think it's worth it to say because if that word means pride, it kind of sticks out to a translator. It sticks out. It's there's something wrong or there's something weird about it. Why should pride be here? And why did he skip from ignorance to link number 6? So somehow our relationship with the outside objects is really important in the discussion of misunderstanding, link number 1, because we haven't reached link number 6 yet. But he threw it in here. So maybe that's the main kind of misunderstanding for a mind-only school person, especially.
I think, Geshe, I think this sort of sum up nicely if we were to combine these 2 lines.
Okay.
This line and this line.
Let's do it. We still have some time, I think. We still have a minute.
So first we talk about the not understanding correctly these 6.
Good. What is it? He says, what does it mean to misunderstand how your 6 doors of sense make contact with the outside world? Yeah. Well, there is no outside world. Okay.
Yeah, and the next line is talking about this abhimana, the
Yeah. Okay.
pride, the super pride, which
Mhm.
is related to wrong the mind, the mistaken mind on the realization. So,
Yeah, and I'm suspicious of the spelling of that dopa.
Tokpa, I see. Wrong conception, right?
I'm suspicious. I'm not sure it's wrong, but it seems to me RTOG would be more relevant.
Uh,
And we will never know because we don't have the Sanskrit.
yes, okay, yeah.
Although
So
if you wanted to spend the time, you could look up Chinchilok near Nagyal in the whole mind-only section of the Tengyur and see what verbs come up there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but do a batch file search of Sem Chinchilok, for example, and RTOG. Okay, do Sem Chinchilok near RTOG and see if there's an S on it or not. And by the way, that's why the Boolean search is so powerful, because we can catch misspellings.
Mhm.
See?
Okay, I'll find out on this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow. We are over time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, it was we took some extra time today. We didn't make progress through the text that much, but we dealt with a very confusing word. And you can just you can say, I'm not covering enough stuff today, I got to move faster. I'm not going to look up all the abhinagels, but personally, I think a mixed nut should take the time. And I don't think you can be a mixed nuts translator unless you take the time. So,
Sure.
and it's difficult on your family, right, Shinchen? If he's spending 4 hours looking up super kinds of pride. But anyway, you have to take your wife out to dinner if you do a 4-hour on Abi pride. Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much, Geshe-la.
Okay, I had a good time. What's up next?
Thank you, Geshe.
Thanks, Geshe-la. Up next is a Q&A with Mr. Tim Lewinhaupt. So
Whoa.
he knows
Okay.
everything. Ask him all the tough questions.
Right. Okay.
And,
Okay.
thank you. And then we have yoga with Uta. Thank you so much, Uta.
Yay.
And if you cannot make it to that yoga class because you have to go to bed, then you can come back at 4 for yoga with Jacqueline.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll see you guys later on today. Today. Okay. Bye.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Geshe-la. Thank you.
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye.